Hello everyone. It's Dr. Sanait Adebo. I hope you are doing well. We're doing fine over here. It's summer in Texas where we live, and it's been nice being able to go out. What's happening in your area? I would love to know. Today, I want to talk to you about, is it possible to live a happy, fulfilled life every day? My answer to that question is yes. But I would love to hear your comments and your thoughts on this. You can always leave a comment below under this video, or you can always reach out to me on my website by clicking contact me button or on social media. I will leave a link to all of that below this video. All right, so if you ask people around the world, most people desire is to live a happy and fulfilled life. Actually, science and psychology show that everything that drives us every day is to seek pleasure and avoid pain. That's what motivates us. That's why we go and work every day to earn money, so we don't want to feel the pain of not being able to pay our bills at the end of the month. And everything that drives us, the reason behind is to seek pleasure and avoid pain. But some people, most of us think that we'll be happy when we get that big house or that type of car or that amount of money coming every month. But the truth is that none of these things will give us happiness. Yes, we will be happy when we get it for a little bit, but it's not going to last longer. After a few weeks or months of getting, for example, that big house, you will start seeing that, oh, there are even better, bigger ones, right? Or you have even other desires. And so external factors and external things will not give us that fulfillment and happiness we desire, or if they do, it's temporary, right? And so I'm gonna give you 4 points below on how we can have a lasting and true happiness. I've mentioned this in my previous videos too, but there's something called hedonic adaptation, where we adapt to what's happening. So for example, you get promotion on your job and then you are excited, you're happy for a few weeks, but then you adapt that and then you're no longer excited about it. Negative situations to the same thing. You know, we adapt to the situations. Might be harder for a few weeks, but then we get used to them. And so there's nothing wrong with desiring bigger, better things. That's how we grow. But if we always focus on what we don't have, what is missing, then that creates a sense of unfulfillment and always seeking and chasing things. And so here are the 4 things you can do to start living a happy, fulfilled life. The first one is gratitude. Of course, focus on what you have. Most of us focus on what's missing and we don't value what we have. We feel the value of our health if we get sick. Or we know the value of maybe a loved one if they are away or we miss them, right? We don't appreciate them when they are there with us. And so start being intentional about being grateful for what you have and start focusing on what you have. Of course, having said that, there will be some things that are missing, and I will speak later how you can get those things. The second one is give and receive unconditional love. In this world, the love we give and receive is usually conditional. It's based on conditions, right? Let me give you an example. Most of us parents do love our kids unconditionally, but we fail most of the time communicating that unconditional love, right? when they do good things and we praise them and we are close to them, they do feel our unconditional love, right? But then if they misbehave and they do something wrong, if we yell at them, they think that we don't love them. That's what they think. That's not what we think, but that's how they feel, that we don't love them when we yell at them. So it doesn't mean that do not discipline your kids. Of course, we need to correct them. We need to teach them. We need to have rules and consequences when the rules are not obeyed, right? If you haven't set the rules yet, give them grace for the first time and tell them next time, if you do this, then, for example, if they are watching too much TV, tell them if you watch more than an hour of TV, you lose the privilege of watching TV for a week. Things like that, something relevant to the action, right? The consequence. And so people say that it's not easy to give and receive unconditional love in this world, but I say it's possible. That's possible when we have a connection with the unconditional love of God. Most of us feel this sense of disconnection because of the busyness and things. We don't feel that unconditional love of God. God's love for us is not based on condition, on the things we do, on our behavior, on our achievements. God's love for us is unconditional. He loves us just the way we are. But we may not feel that love all the time, or because of the disconnection. And so people will say, okay, then how do I get this sense of connection with that unconditional love? And it's spending time in prayer, quiet time, reading His Word, right? People say, oh, I don't know how to pray. You don't need to have fancy words to pray. You just talk to God like you're speaking to a friend. And the more you do it, the more you feel that connection. Because the scripture also says, seek me and you will find me when you seek me with all of your heart. The third point is that ask and seek and you will receive. In life, I can tell you, I have asked and received so many things. Some of the things that seemed impossible too. But as I said earlier, those things made me excited for a little bit, but not lasting. I tell you this from experience. And so if there are things in your life you are desiring, you are seeking, you wish you have, ask and you will receive them. Scripture also says you do not receive because you don't ask. And in one place it says that when you ask in prayer and you have faith, you will receive it. That's a guarantee, right? So when you are grateful for what you have, if there are some things you don't have, ask. And remember that it's coming. That's the key and that's the secret. So for example, if you deliver a service to a person and they didn't pay you yet, you'll be wondering, is it ever going to come? Are they going to pay me? But when you contact them and if they say, oh, they mailed the check, then you know that it's coming for sure. And you won't worry about it anymore, right? You know it's coming. You won't worry. You just expect it. So the same way with asking and receiving, just believe that it's coming and it will come. Don't focus on its absence. Believe that just like it's on the mail, it's on its way, it will come, and start living as if you have it too. That's one key secret to asking and receiving and having faith, right? The fourth one is that you determine your value, not how other people treat you and what other people say about you, right? Or what you have, you don't have. You determine your value. You are a child of God. You're created in the image of God. You are valuable, and you set your value. Most of us tend to feel inferior, for example, if people don't treat us the way we want to be treated, right? But remember that you cannot control what other people do and say. The only thing you can control is your reaction to it, right? And so determine your value, and you won't be reacting to what people are doing and saying. I hope you found value in this. Before I end, I want to announce that because of other priorities in life, I may not be able to make YouTube videos every week, but I plan to make them as often as I can. And so stay tuned and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.